Hey guys, Majeffries here, and welcome to episode 107 of You Don't Win Anything with Kids. Last episode, you remember we beat Forest Green 1-0 in the first leg of the Johnston's Paint Trophy South Final. Try saying that when you're drunk. Very, very mouthy title, but that is the match that we played. Today, we've got a home game against Mansfield in League 2. Mansfield are 5th in the table, you can just about see them there, the M. We are top. Just realised it hasn't got points on here, has it? Points is just off the side there. There you go. You can't see how many points we're on. This is a shame. But we are top by a considerable amount, and we'd like to stay there if possible. So, clear the team. Let's get to it. Unfortunately, we've lost Quintaka to an injury. In fact, it's not an injury. I think he had flu or a cold, something like that, maybe a virus. So he's only out for like 4 to 5 days, but it happened a day ago, so unfortunately he can't play for us today. However, we've got King and O'Brien fit and raring to go, so we're actually going to put King in goal because he's got a better overall rating than O'Brien. Although Rush has had a pretty good. Let's put Rush in goal again. Actually, let's not be harsh. Let's give Rush another chance. We'll put Villa at right back. Jones is just about recovering, but not quite fit enough yet. And Klotmas is injured as well, so we can't put him at left back. Dare I say it, we might have to put Warnock in, because I believe even Dodd is still... Yeah, even Dodd is still injured. He'd be back in 3 days, but for now... Oops. For now, unfortunately, he's still injured. So we're going to have Warnock at left back. Apologies for that, guys. If you want to turn off now, you know, I don't blame you, because this could be a risk. Anyway, centre backs, Howlett Mundell, guy whose name I forgot in the last episode, and I feel terrible for it. I think he's our record signing as well, which is bad. Signed from Crystal Palace, of course, pretty good rated player. 2.6 million. I think we paid more than that for him, but he's only on £900 a week, so he doesn't cost us too much in wages. And we could always sell him on if absolute need be. But he's going to play centre back alongside Stevens. So we're going to keep things pretty cemented in that area. Midfield. Let's keep the combination that we had 2 games ago of Forster-Caskey and Mantum. Attacking midfield. I liked Bobo in that role, actually, in the last match. I think he played well there. I also liked Carino on the right-hand side. Beckhold on the left. Yeah, we could do Beckhold on the left. And we have got Vukic back, but he's only on 89% fitness. So I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna put Wilson up front for this match because he's missed out the last couple of games because Campbell's taken his place. So I think it's only fair that we do the little swap-a-rooney every now and then. Bench is going to be King, Hutchinson, Cartwright. Again, a bit of a risk, but you know, we have to have some kind of sub left back, and he's alright. He's only 83%, but you know, it'll do. We've also got Yanaris for the sub midfield. Put Saville on the bench as well, and then we will have Tomlin. Where's he gone? There he is. And Campbell. And there you go. That's the team, guys. That's our starting 11 and our bench. So let's get into the match. I'm trying to keep these introductions as short and sweet as possible, but whenever I look at the clock, it's always the same, roughly the same amount of time. About 2 to 3 minutes takes me to get to this stage. Again, whether you guys want me to try and cut that down a little bit more or not, it's not too bad, I suppose. We try and get into it as quick as possible. But the point is now we are in the match, so let's watch the action. Bobo gets the ball in the middle there. He slides it down the line to Carino, who's beaten his man pretty easily, actually. A couple of times there. He cuts it inside to Villa. That would have been a good ball if Bobo had just hung back a little bit, but unfortunately he'd made the near post run. Campbell had gone to the far post, so the ball fell loose for the defender to clear. Howlett Mundell with the mistake there as well, but thankfully it hasn't cost us. And we'd have seen it if it had. They have, however, got a corner, which Hussey swings in. Tozer goes for the header. Rush sort of got it away. It's only as far away as Whitehouse. But Rush catches the cross. So, you know, again, we got a bit lucky there. Rode our luck a little bit. We have 2 games in hand, as you can see from the bottom left window there. And we're 5 points clear. So if we win this match, we get an extra 2 points, which puts us 7 points clear. Add to that potential 6 points from winning our 2 games in hand, and we could go 13 points clear, which at this stage of the season is exactly what we want to do. We want to try and wrap the league up as quick as possible. This will be the fastest we've reached a league title. Even in our first season or second season where we pushed it right to the wire, we managed to win it. I'm umming and ahhing a lot again. I'm gonna carry on talking about the match. I think the point I was trying to make was it would be great if we could win the league as soon as possible, and then we can try experimenting with tactics and young players and that towards the end of the season. Get ready for the season in League One. Decide who we want to keep and who we want to get rid of, because we're going to have a very, very busy transfer window in the summer. There'll be a lot of players leaving as well as joining. Maybe not so many joining, actually, more leaving. Try and trim the squad down a little bit, trim the wage bill. Obviously Bobo is already on his way out, which is unfortunately for us, but Montpellier offered him a better deal than we did, so good luck to him. And of course we will try and bring him back one day, and we'll keep track of his progress as well across the channel. That was Beckhold with the shot that just caught the side netting there. That was unlucky for him. Again though, maybe Carino on that side or even Bobo at a push could have got the goal. Right-footed players on the right-hand side there would have been better. Draw the ball across goal. Maybe even cross it in, see if someone else could get on the end of it. Beckhold, however, weaker foot. It's only going to go one way really. It's just unfortunate. Mitchell with the goal kick. And it's headed back. Campbell's going to intercept. Sorry, not Campbell. Wilson's going to intercept that. And Wilson's going to slot it in. Peter Wilson, 25th minute. Jeffreys United are 1-0 up. And 7 points clear at the top of the table. That was our 4th shot. Only our 2nd on target. And we've gone 1-0 up. That was unlucky for Mansfield, I'd say. Probably should have defended it a little bit better. It wasn't a very strong goal kick. McCulloch there, he couldn't really do much. Marsden with the poor header. Wilson just gambled on the ball being headed backwards, picked it up, and a really, really good curve finished. And yeah, that puts us 1-0 up, heading into the last quarter of the first half. Bobo picking the ball up there from the throw-in. Takes 2 attempts, but he manages to knock it through for Manton. He finds Beckhold around the corner. Tozer intercepted it before it could get through to Wilson. Not the best ball from Beckhold. I'm hoping he swaps back over with Carino again soon, especially before half-time. They're a lot stronger on their correct wings. This is Wilson on the ball, into Bobo, through for Carino. He goes for the shot, and again, maybe a left footer such as Beckhold would have done better there, but Carino could only put it over the bar into the crowd. In the last episode, you remember, we had fans behind both goals at Forest Green, and I was saying about how unusual it was. From what I've seen so far in this match, we only have away fans behind one goal, and that's the goal that we're currently shooting towards. So again, I still don't really know what was going on there. It was a strange one, but what are you going to do? Right, Mitchell with the goal kick. A much longer kick, but this time Bobo actually won the header. So it still ends up heading back towards Mitchell's goal, which I'm sure he doesn't want to see. That was poor from Bobo there. Didn't really look like he measured that one. Looked like he just sort of hit it and hoped. And that puts Whitehouse through on goal. Good crowding in the defence there, but it's left Hussey open. But luckily for us, Rush was awake and managed to get his hands on the ball before Mansfield could get a striker on the end of it and potentially score. We had a really good chance there to make it 2-0 with that goal kick, because again it was more powerful, but straight on the head of Bobo, and it was only going to go one way from there. And in fact, Beckhold's just won the header from that goal kick and played it through for Bobo, and there you go, he has made it 2-0. Really good finish there from Julio Santos Bobo da Silva. I still love that name, rolls off the tongue. That was our 3rd shot on target from a total of 7, and it's almost a carbon copy of Wilson's goal there. Actually picked the ball up, from a defensive lapse, just ran through in front of the keeper and then curled it into the top right corner. And that's half time, and we are 2-0 up. Good, strong first half performance. No mistakes really on our part. Couple of tired players in Villa and Bobo, but they should be okay to continue for the next 15 minutes or so. Might bring them both off at the same time. You know, it helps waste a little bit of time as well, and when you're winning and you want to run the clock down, that's not such a bad option. Obviously as well, if we keep them out there for now, they might even help add to our lead. Maybe not so much Villa, but Bobo especially. In fact, Bobo probably will have to come off now because he's just picked up that knock. Wilson nearly causing the ball to hit the back of the net for a third time in this game. Bobo's gone down to 59%, and I don't really want to risk him, so I am going to bring him off. Going to bring Tomlin on. Stick him in the middle there, and we'll see how that one goes. Stevens picks up the loose ball there, knocks it into Forster-Caskey, to Mantum, Wilson. Bobo chasing it down. He's not off the pitch yet, and in fact he very nearly scored. It says an unbelievable miss and destroying confidence at the bottom there. I think that's very harsh. Considering the fact he's injured, he got on to the end of that pass from Wilson and very nearly made it 3-0. So there was nothing wrong with that for me. Tomlin nearly chased that loose ball up from Beckhold, just missed out on it. Carino will intercept that pass there though, and that's a very poor ball from him. Mantum was never going to get on the end of that. But thankfully Mantum is willing to help try and win the ball back, because Carino seems to have completely given up on it, which I'm not too pleased about. Warnock very nearly winning the ball back there. Instead it gets played through for Burrow, and he shoots. Rush with a very good save, palmed it away from goal. That's the key thing there. You never palm the ball back into your own box. You always try and get it away or wide. And he did just that. He palmed it wide but managed to keep it on the pitch. Unfortunately none of our defenders were alive on that, but it didn't cost us. That's the main thing. And that's Villa with an attempted long throw, but he hasn't quite picked up that trait yet, so it's very easy for the defence to just step out and knock that one away. Clark knocking it into Whitehouse. Good challenge there from Howlett Mundell, but Burrow will chase that one down. Rush with another fantastic save, pushes it wide of goal again. Duffy tries to cross it in, but Mantum is there to hack it away. That will bounce out kindly for a throw-in for Mansfield. Very good play there from Mantum as well, tracking back, seeing the danger and getting it clear safely. We've defended well in this match. I mean, okay, Mansfield have had 6 shots, 3 on target. We've had 9 and 5, but things like that. Rush has made some good saves. 2 good saves that we've seen him make in the last 10 minutes or so. The defence have been alive to it when it's rebounded like that and have helped get it away. We seem to be defending from the front pretty efficiently as well, so we're doing okay. Wilson there trying to hold the ball up on the halfway line. He seemed to have done a pretty decent job with that. Forster-Caskey there heading it into Mantum, and that's Tomlin to Wilson. Slips it into the channel for Carino. That is where most of Carino's goals came from last season and the season before, but this season he struggled with the scoring. I don't know whether that's a worrying thing or not. He hasn't really found the net this season, but yeah, I'm always willing to give him a chance because he is such a prolific player when he's in form. And I think he's been a bit, he's had his nose put out of joint by Drewson and Marshall and Bobo and Grant even, all the players that we've had playing on the right hand side this season. So it might take him a little while to get his shooting boots back on and his scoring boots on for sure. But he's a creative player. He does his little bit of trickery here and there. He makes some good attacking runs, and he sets up other people. So the assets that he has there can counteract his lack of scoring, and that's why he's still in the team. Otherwise, it would be a serious issue. We keep forcing lots of corners here at the moment, and we actually had a box full of our players that weren't being marked, but instead they aimed for Mantum, who was on the post, and caused a melee, which eventually the ball got cleared from. And I don't know if that was our throw or theirs. I think it was theirs. That's Mitchell with another goal kick. Again, it crosses the halfway line. But again, we intercept it and very nearly went on a counter-attack. That ball nearly got through to Clark, but Rush came out of his box and tried to help get it away, but he only kicked it as far as Thomas, and that's Clark with the long ranger, and luckily for us he's put it wide, because Rush still was not back on his line. Questions asked to the goalkeeper there, like, what the hell was that when he kicked it, because it didn't go very far at all, and again that one didn't go very far. Maybe there's a wind element going on or something like that. Stevens just about doing enough though to break up their counter-attacking chance. Beckhold, clever little ball there inside to Manton. Tried to hit the clever reverse, but Tomlin wasn't quite wise to it. Tomlin, however, has picked out Carino, and that's a good ball across the box. Wilson nearly made it 3-0. The defender hacked it away before it went out for a corner. But we've got a throw-in instead, which we can still attack from. 70th minute, contemplating another sub. The player I'm looking to bring off would be Villa. Maybe bring on... I think I've got Hutchinson on the bench, haven't I? Or... Van Nock... Nah. Or Yanaris, I was going to say, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's have a look. 75th minute, so it's time for a sub. Yeah, let's bring on Nico Yanaris. No, sorry, not Yico. Nico Yanaris. We'll bring him on for Franco Villa. And see what that does between now and the end of the match. I suppose I like the way that I can mix and match my players. It might sound really inconsistent, and you might think, oh, how can a player settle in a position when he's constantly having to adapt? But the way I see it, I've got a player like Yanaris who can play right back, defence mid and centre mid. So if ever I need him to play in any of those positions, I should be able to just say, play in that position. If I was changing him around during the match, then yeah, I'd get the whole, he's being messed around, how's he meant to adapt to a position? But, you know, he's been brought on as a right back, he's been told to play right back, so there's no excuse as to why he can't play right back. So yeah, I guess he did a pretty good job, because we're at the end of the match and we kept a clean sheet again, guys. That is a 2-0 win for us. You see on the league table here just what that does. We're still 7 points clear. We have a goal difference of 46, plus 46 that is, which is sensational at this time of the season. We've still got, what, 17 matches to go. We've got 2 games in hand over all the teams below us. And like I said, we're 7 points clear. So if we win those 2 games in hand, we go 13 points clear, which is pretty much title-winning position. So we'll go back into the score. There we go. And it's time to end this episode, guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.